The Paradox of Progress, a meditation on technology and the human condition. We stand at the precipice, not of a new era, as we so naively proclaim, but of an unraveling woven so intricately into the fabric of our progress that we can no longer distinguish the threads of innovation from the strands of our own undoing. We celebrate the miracles of technology, the eradication of diseases that once haunted our nights, the seamless connection that spans continents. We marvel at the sleek lines of electric vehicles whispering through our cities, the predictive algorithms that anticipate our desires, the boundless ocean of information that washes over us daily. Progress, we believe, is our birthright, an unstoppable tide carrying us toward a brighter tomorrow. But what if that tide is pulling us under? What if the glittering facade of progress conceals a rot within? What if the tools we so proudly wield, the very instruments we believe will liberate us, are slowly, imperceptibly enslaving us? The whispers began softly, a rustle in the leaves of our technological forest. Machines taking our jobs, algorithms replacing human intuition, the creeping unease of obsolescence. We dismiss them as the anxieties of the fearful, the Luddite cries of those clinging to a dying past. But the whispers have grown into a cacophony, a deafening roar that shakes the foundations of our reality. Artificial intelligence, once a figment of imaginative fiction, has become a tangible, omnipresent force, subtly dictating the rhythm of our lives. Self-driving trucks navigate our highways, their robotic precision a stark contrast to the fallibility of human hands. AI doctors diagnose illnesses with chilling accuracy, their cold logic surpassing the warmth of human empathy. Automated systems manage entire factories, their relentless efficiency a testament to the expendability of human labor. The benefits are undeniable, seductive in their simplicity. Increased productivity, slashed costs, optimized efficiency. But the devil, as always, resides in the details. The human cost is mounting, a silent tsunami eroding the shores of our social contract. Millions of workers, from the factory floor to the executive suite, find themselves adrift, their skills rendered obsolete in the face of relentless automation. The social fabric tears, unemployment rises like a phantom limb, and the chasm of inequality yawns wider, threatening to swallow us whole. The promised utopia, where machines shoulder our burdens and free us from toil, morphs into a chilling dystopia, where select few control the levers of power, while the vast majority scrabbles for scraps in the shadows. And what of the sanctuary of our minds? Our attention spans shrink, our ability to engage in deep thought withers like a forgotten flower. We are bombarded with a ceaseless torrent of information, much of it trivial, some of it deliberately crafted to deceive. Social media, designed to connect us, often leaves us feeling more isolated than ever, adrift in a sea of curated realities and fleeting validations. We construct idealized versions of ourselves, desperately seeking affirmation in the hollow likes and empty comments of strangers. The line between the real and the virtual blurs, as we become addicted to the dopamine rush of instant gratification, trapped in a digital echo chamber of our own making. The digital world, once a beacon of communication and connection, has become a breeding ground for anxiety, depression, and a pervasive sense of alienation. We crave genuine human interaction, yet we cower behind screens, terrified of the vulnerability of authentic connection. The art of conversation, the nuanced dance of human dialogue, fades into a distant memory, replaced by the staccato bursts of text messages and the cryptic language of emojis. Empathy erodes as we become desensitized to the suffering of others, shielded by the anonymity of the internet. Our conscience is dulled by the endless scroll of tragedies. And what of the planet that cradles us, the very source of our being? Our relentless pursuit of technological advancement has inflicted grievous wounds upon the earth. The insatiable hunger for resources fuels deforestation, poisons our rivers, and chokes our skies. We consume at an unsustainable rate, leaving behind a trail of waste and destruction that scars the landscape and threatens the delicate balance of our ecosystem. The very technologies that promise to elevate our lives now threaten the very air we breathe, the water we drink, the ground beneath our feet. We have become so enamored with the allure of innovation that we have recklessly disregarded the ethical quicksand that lies beneath. Genetic engineering, a tool of immense potential, holds the promise of eradicating disease, but also the chilling possibility of creating designer babies, exacerbating existing social inequalities, and opening a Pandora's box of unforeseen consequences. Artificial intelligence, with its burgeoning consciousness, raises profound questions about free will, the nature of humanity, and the very definition of life itself. We are hurtling towards an uncertain future, driven by our insatiable curiosity, yet blind to the precipice that looms before us. And who guards the guardians? In this hyperconnected world, privacy has become a quaint anachronism, a relic of a simpler time. Governments and corporations, driven by the seductive lure of data, amass vast dossiers on our lives, tracking our movements, monitoring our online footprints, and even listening to the whispers of our conversations. The boundary between security and surveillance dissolves, as we willingly sacrifice our privacy at the altar of perceived safety. But who defines what is safe? And what happens when this immense power falls into the hands of those with darker agendas? The very technologies that empower us can also be twisted into instruments of oppression. Cyber attacks, launched from the shadows, can cripple essential infrastructure, paralyze financial markets, and even manipulate the very fabric of our democracies. The digital realm, for all its dazzling potential, has become a battleground where nations and shadowy actors clash in the darkness, vying for control of the information that shapes our perceptions and dictates our realities. The paradox of progress is this: the tools we craft to enhance our existence can also diminish it. Technology is not inherently benevolent or malevolent. It is a tool, a force that can be channeled for both creation and destruction. The challenge that confronts us is not to reject technology outright, but to wield its immense power responsibly, ethically, and with a profound awareness of the long shadow it casts. The future is not a predetermined destination. It is a tapestry woven from the choices we make today. We must engage in difficult, uncomfortable conversations about the trajectory of technology, considering its profound implications for our lives, our communities, and the fragile planet we call home. We must demand transparency and accountability from the architects of these powerful tools, those who shape the digital landscape that increasingly dictates our lives. We must prioritize human well-being over the relentless pursuit of profit, and sustainability over the allure of short-term gains. The path forward is fraught with peril, a treacherous climb through uncharted territory. It demands critical thinking, ethical fortitude, and a willingness to challenge the status quo, to question the narratives we have been fed, and to confront the uncomfortable truths that lie hidden beneath the surface of our technological utopia. But it is a path we must take, a journey we must embark on, if we are to ensure that the promise of progress is not a cruel illusion, but a tangible reality for all of humanity. The future is not something that happens to us. It is something we actively create, and it is up to us, here and now, to decide what kind of future we wish to bequeath to those who come after us. The choice, ultimately, is ours.